Looking for a great hiking trip you can do within an hour? Well, here in Southern California, we are blessed to have all these wonderful places that we can visit, from the mountains to the beaches to the deserts. One of my favorite places is straight up Santa Anita. Um, you can get Santa Anita from 10 or from the 210 and just go straight up Santa Anita. You have to be careful as you drive up. Share the road with other people, and as you're driving up the road, you have to also be aware that the curves are really tight. But once you reach the top parking lot, it's called Chantry Flats, and the place I'm talking about is called Sturtevant Falls. This parking lot has three tiers. I usually just park at the bottom tier if I'm gonna do the paved trail to Sturtevant Falls. And here, this trail here is only about maybe 3 miles in total. It's about three-fourths of a mile going down a fire road, paved road, and this is just a quick little picture of Hermit Falls. It's the trail that leads to a place where teenagers like to get wet and jump off rocks. It can be a little dangerous. Not a little. A lot of people have gotten hurt there. Um, so as you travel down the paved road, the incline is really steep. There's beautiful plants, and here's a yucca. Uh, and then once you get to the bottom of the paved road, there's a beautiful bridge. My hiking partner is with me here, and my wife always comes with me when we come to this trail, one of our favorites. Once you get to this junction, you can go left to the Upper Winter Creek Trail that way, or you can also go to the Sturtevant Falls. Sturtevant Falls is a name given after a prospector named Wilbert Sturtevant, and he created this trail deeper into the canyon. The first cabin that was made here, there's about 81 cabins. The first cabin was made, it was by the dam, by Santa Anita Dam, and it was called Hermit's Cabin. It's no longer there, but right now there's about 81 cabins that are still there. They call it the peppermint tree. Usually grows in Australia. It's also here in California, but also you got to be careful with poison oak. And there's always we always talk about that 3 leaf, leave alone. If you see a plant with 3 leaves, leave alone. There's a lot of other plants that you can see, and a lot of things to do in this trail. I, for one, like to look at all the plants. There's white sage up in the chaparral area, and there's also wild fig, and I just saw plum, I believe, as I was walking by. A lot of folks, this trail is very popular, so we like to go in the morning time. And there's other junctions too that you can visit. There's a bunch of signs, a bunch of cabins. You have to be really respectful when you go through cabins or nearby cabins. These are private property, and you have to just be respectful. Most cabins here were made in the early 1900s. Here's a junction. This one will take you to several places. One of my favorites is Mount Wilson. It's about 5.5 miles from that area. It's very, very, I think, difficult trail, and I think only experienced hikers should go to it. Make sure you sign in at the ranger station there in Chantry Flats. So if you just follow the signs, as you can see, the trail is very easy to get to. You have to cross the creek numerous times. There's that, I think, plum tree. I don't know what kind of tree that is. It looks like an apricot or plum tree. And again, you have to be just careful when you cross the creek. A lot of slippery rocks. I've seen geckos or salamanders in there, and of course frogs and other interesting critters. I saw an alligator lizard the other day. A lot of wildlife actually here. When you camp up ahead, there's a campground called Hoagie's Camp. Actually, it's in the Upper Winter Creek Trail. This is one of my favorite trees. It's a canyon live oak, one of my most favorite trees, and In this area here, there's a lot of bees, so you might want to go ahead and go through this area quickly. They don't do anything, of course, but you can hear them. Um, and okay, so the waterfall that we're about to go see, Sturtevant Falls, it's about 50 feet high, and there's trails along the sides, but we don't recommend, people don't recommend that you go to them because they're not actual trails and they just kind of in, increase erosion. Um, every time I come here, it's usually really, really full, and people wade in the pool. Whatever trash you bring, you have to pack it out. You have to take it with you. You cannot leave. As you can see, it's pretty clean, so you have to be respectful and take all your trash that you bring in. Um, when you wade, it's a good idea that you take some water shoes or something because the rocks are sharp. I tried it with barefooted today, and it was actually pretty painful. Um, the waterfall is okay. It's actually for June. I think it's pretty nice. In the winter time, obviously during the rainy season, it's a lot deeper, and the fall is more beautiful. But the water's clear, clean. The waterfall is above average, I think, and it's a perfect trail for children. This trail here is a total of 3.5 miles, according to our app, and my wife did it within an hour. When you go back, you have to be really careful because um, going up the incline or the fire road can be difficult, so you always have to carry water, even if it's a short, even though it's a short hiking trip, you should always have water. Be careful with the wildlife. And also, if you take a dog, please be careful with the asphalt. It's super hot, and it's something, dogs don't have that protection that we do, so be careful. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.